Joined by a man who wanted to have a career in Major League Baseball, and unfortunately, or wait a minute, fortunately, he's the most handsome man that is an authority on nudity in movies, first-run films. He is, of course, Mr. Skin. Good morning, sir.
Hey, Tom, how are you? Yeah, the only man that's an expert on this, I think, is
and an expert in branding. Because
your old partner Bob was close, but no one is more knowledgeable on this than myself, much to my parents' dismay. So
yeah. But you know branding because you, by all means, now should be considered a doctor in the field.
Right. Dr. Skin?
Yes. Yeah, but to do that, to change it.
I stuck with Mr., though. Yeah. I stuck with Mr.
Now, Bob had written a piece years and years ago before Mr. Skin called Skin Scan.
Yes.
And it was back in the days of the VCR and videotape, and the joke was the machine would automatically go through a movie and until it got to the good part, until it got to sexy time. And then Mr. Skin, independently, I might add, had an idea which he has turned into a career, which what movie actually referenced you? Was it
Knocked Up?
That's it. Knocked Up.
2007. Yes.
And well, explain the sort of basic idea of Mr. Skin.
Well, yeah, I've had this website since 1999, and you could go there and find out if any actress has ever done a nude scene. And in the movie Knocked Up, which was so great about it, and I consider it the greatest product placement since E.T. and Reese's Pieces, is the fact that they literally were trying to build a celebrity nudity website without knowing MrSkin.com existed. And they ended up in the middle of the movie just giving up because they discovered Mr. Skin and said, we can't beat that. That's phenomenal, which was just like, geez. And then that movie made $250 million in the summer of 2007 when my website was only, 8 years old. And it just seems to run on a loop all over cable television. And ever since, it's just great free promotion for what I do. So I'm very grateful for the movie Knocked Up. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. And the notion is you have a staff, probably shouldn't use that word, a crew, a crew that watches first-run movies. And, of course, now that includes a lot of stuff that's streaming and cable, et cetera, et cetera. And you guys pick out the scenes that have the most female nudity. Is that pretty much the?
Yeah, I was talking to your producer off the air because we were talking about how there's just so much stuff now. When I launched this website in 1999, think about 1999. There was The Sopranos was just starting. There was Sex and the City. There was a couple of television shows that had nudity, but not that many. But now it's like Netflix, Amazon, Peacock, you name it. Everyone has a streaming service, but it's like it's movie quality nudity. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like all these great television shows on HBO, think of Game of Thrones. It's like you're watching a movie and then they throw in incredible nudity. So it's really, there's so much content now. I joke about this, but we really are in the golden age of celebrity nudity. We are. There's just so much, and that includes male nudity, by the way. Not that I will.
Yeah.
I will not, Christy.
I know, but
sorry, but I refuse to talk about that today on Tom. But it's a fact. There's so much nudity, both male and female, right now.
And it just is so startling. I was watching a show called Goliath recently. I know it came out in 2017. But I just got onto it, and William Hurt, you don't expect that. You're like, oh, my gosh, full frontal.
Yeah.
Was it angry?
It was kind of shaded, light. He was getting there, I think.
How was it?
I think it was a prosthetic. Do you think it was, or do you think it was real?
Is that? I know that in Boogie Nights, that's famously a prosthetic at the end.
Yeah, I don't know sometimes how much is real and how much is not. Yeah. So I don't know.
And then with CGI, they put the C in it.
Yeah,
the big C. We only have a few minutes with Mr. Skin, and of course he can be found at MrSkin.com. Can you give us your top 5 of the year here?
Yeah, sure. Or I could I have my 26th annual Top 10 Celebrity Nudes. We just launched it on the front page of MrSkin.com if anyone wants to follow along. I thought I'd just give you a couple of the highlights of this, just ones you guys would know. Like, I know you all know who Megan Fox is from ever since Transformers came out in 2007. She came in at number 10. And she's in this movie called Subservience, and you guys will get a kick out of this. The movie's a sci-fi movie where it's AI humanoids. They create these AI humanoids that can come over and do housekeeping at your home. So naturally, Megan Fox shows up as a robot, and next thing you know, this isn't like Alice from the Brady Bunch, you know what I mean? This is Megan Fox, and next thing you know, of course, she's having sex with the husband and causes all this commotion. But she came in at number 10 on our list of the best nude scenes. And another one that I know Josh will be really happy about is Sofia Vergara, for the first time ever, made our top 10 list, and it's surprising, you know, with her great career on Modern Family, that she's never done a nude scene. And she did this Netflix series this year called Griselda, and it's based on a Colombian drug lord. And Griselda was not very attractive in real life, so they had to put makeup on her and prosthetics to make her not look as incredibly attractive as she is. But in the 4th episode, she has a sex scene with a guy, and you do see breasts. It's her first career nude scene. So we were very excited about that at MrSkin.com. And I'm sure Josh will be happy.
I had no idea, and I don't know how this didn't lead national news.
Well, Mr. Skin, give us 3 more highlights. We've got time for 3 quick ones.
Yeah, you got it. I'd probably go, a lot of people are into these Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan's show, all his shows. He started Yellowstone. Now he has all these other television shows. He's doing great. But there's a show called Special Ops Lioness.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah, and Zoe Saldana, who has been in some of the biggest movies ever, Avatar 1 and 2, Avengers Endgames. I mean, these are some of the biggest grossing movies of all time. Well, now she's on this show, and in the 2nd episode this season, she was nude, and I have to tell you, it was spectacular. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but she is the star of the show and very naked, and she made the list at number 5. But let me not, I want to make sure I get this in, because this is my number 1 nude scene of the year. Of everything my crack staff looked at in 2024, we chose Demi Moore in a movie called The Substance. Now, this movie came out in September. Tom, she's 61 years old. She has not done a nude scene since G.I. Jane 27 years ago. So we were very shocked at the amount of nudity in this movie. And I don't know if I've told you this, but when people ask me what is the number 1 thing that makes a great nude scene, some people think, well, it's the level of celebrity of the actress. Is it the length of the scene? Is it the body parts shown? And quite frankly, the simple answer is it's the lighting. Because if you have all those other things, but it's so dark you can't see anything, what good is it, right? Well, Demi Moore fully nude in The Substance, in probably the greatest lighting I've ever seen in the history of nudity. You rarely get a fully nude A-list actress in the type of lighting she was in this movie, and it was really shocking that she did it. And to us at MrSkin.com, it was the number 1 nude scene of 2024.
Was the movie any good?
Oh.
It's actually getting very good reviews, some Oscar buzz too.
It's absolutely insane.
It's disturbing, I've heard.
It's called The Substance. What's it about?
I saw it in theaters. A woman decides she wants to try to be younger, and she takes a medication that kind of goes awry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's sexy, and also one of the grossest movies I've ever seen.
Is this the one where she meets her younger self?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, in a way.
No.
No. In a way, yes. Yes.
And by the way, a little trivia: her younger self is played by Margaret Qualley, who is Andy McDowell's daughter, who was also nude in this. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of
bonus nudity, Tom. Not just
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Skin.
Happy holidays. Thank you for calling.
Something weird. This is
Good to
kind of
see ya.
inside radio. Jason sent me the link to Mr. Skin. I clicked on it and got a picture of Frank Caliendo. So something went very wrong. Thanks, Mr. Skin.
Wrong link. Okay, thank you, guys.
Always a great pleasure.